Hello and welcome to August. What month is this? October. October 2020's Town Hall. My name is Lakeisha Sarba. I am with Savvy Simple Marketing is the name of my business. And I am here to share with you a marketing town hall. Now, typically this is something that I do and it's pretty reserved for my membership. However, there is a lot of information that I think would be great for other people outside of the membership, specifically because I am talking a lot about Facebook groups. So I felt like this would probably be able to help some other people as well. So if you're just joining in, say hello. Let me know who you are. If you are new, say that you're new. Let me know if this is your first time watching me here live. And let me know where you're watching me from. If you are my replay viewer, hello, and thank you for watching the replay. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below, and I always come back and I answer them. Okay. All right. So again, my name is Lakeisha Sarba. I am an online marketing strategist. I specialize in lead generation. And so I help women entrepreneurs to attract their ideal clients online using things like lead magnets, mini offers, 5-day challenges, different things like that, Facebook ads. And so I'm really, really excited to come to you here this evening and share with you my or our marketing town hall, right? So I see that a lot of my savvies are in the house. Savvy Simple Marketing Society is my membership. It's a monthly membership for women entrepreneurs, and I help them and teach them how to market their businesses online, everything from lead generation to social media marketing. We also discuss some Facebook ad stuff. We do mini offers, Facebook groups, a lot of different fun stuff and ways for them to be able to not only attract their ideal clients, but also start making money in their business on a consistent basis, right? And so what we typically do inside of the membership, once a month, I go live with our marketing town hall. And so that's what you're witnessing now if you were outside of that group. This is something that I decided to do these because I know that not everyone is in marketing, right? As small business owners and entrepreneurs, yes, it is our job to market our businesses. So you want to know as much as you can about marketing your business online. But I get that. I understand that if it's not your thing because you're busy doing all the other things. You're busy servicing your customers, servicing your clients, looking for your clients and different things like that. And so just take the burden off of my membership members, my savvies, I decided that since I do marketing research anyway, that's just something that I do. I read up on marketing news every day, that I started to keep a tally and a list of different things that I felt would be able to help them. And so then I come live once a month and I share that information with them so they don't have to worry about going out looking and taking the time to do that. All right, so this is what I'm about to present to you now, okay? So we have a lot of different things on the agenda. I have a notebook filled with 3 pages on different things that are going on online right now. Each topic is broken down into a specific section. What I recommend is that you go and grab yourself a paper or a pen, like a pen and a pad or something, because you are going to want to write a few of these things down, especially if you are watching me live out on my business page or on my personal page. You will not have access to this video very long because it will be coming down. This is something that will stay up, of course, inside of the membership. But again, I just thought that this information was helpful, so I wanted to just go live and share that with as many people that's available to watch, all right? So the things that we're going to be discussing today, it's really heavy Facebook. No surprise there. I am primarily on Facebook, and that has pretty much been my expertise over the last 8 or so years, is really learning how to market and grow my business on Facebook. But there are some other things that we are going to be discussing today. Is we're going to be talking about some updates with online marketing in general. We're also going to have some updates on email. So for my email people, if you're looking for some type of update or what's going on in the industry, but also what I find when I'm working with my clients, I'm also including those things in there as well. And then we get into Facebook as well, just Facebook as general. And then, of course, definitely into Facebook groups. There's a lot to get you updated there, okay? So if you are ready, I want you to go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let me know that you are ready to receive all this tea I got for you guys tonight. If you're ready, go ahead and type a ready in the chat. Thank you so much, Angela. All right, so Deidre says ready. All right. Anybody else ready? Anybody else ready to receive the tea? All right, Angela says ready. Okay, so let's go ahead. Jackie says ready. Let's go ahead and let's dive in here. All right, so as far as online marketing is concerned, there's a couple of different things that are happening right now in online marketing. As you know, many of us have been working from home for months. And there's a few different things that the industry that's kind of trending right now, but also what I'm finding really helpful for my clients as I work with them in a one-on-one capacity, right? The number one thing is that multi-channel marketing is winning. Multi-channel marketing means that you are marketing on more than one channel and that you're using the social media or marketing channels specifically for a specific task. Okay, so multi-channel means that you're marketing across more than one social media platform. So maybe Facebook is a platform that you use to collect and generate leads, but it's also where you build out your community inside of a Facebook group. Maybe you also are collecting leads and building an audience over on Instagram, but then you're actually leading them or feeding them into your Facebook community, right? So that could be a channel that you can use to also bring them back over to if Facebook is your main platform or if you have a community there. Okay, YouTube, you can also use your YouTube channel. Within your YouTube channel, of course, you are providing content. You are serving the people with the value there, but then you're also leading them to your services, your products, or back to your Facebook group. YouTube is also a great way to get leads. I've been getting several leads from YouTube, and I'm not a big YouTuber, but I have made a conscious effort over the last month or two to post more videos. And when I go live like this, I actually am going live from StreamYard. And so when I go live from StreamYard, I can go live to a couple of different platforms. I've also been going live right there on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube now for any viewers that are watching me. And what I do is then after the video is done, I go back into that YouTube video to edit it and update it for like search engine optimization. And I've been getting some views. People have been viewing me over on YouTube. They've been downloading my lead magnets. They've been joining my Facebook group or connecting and following me here on Facebook. So it definitely is working. Again, if you're somebody and maybe you have a following also on LinkedIn, or maybe your community is on LinkedIn, if you're really dealing with more business, corporate, or like employee type stuff, then maybe LinkedIn is your hub instead of Facebook. Maybe your community is there, right? But the idea is when you're dealing with multi-channel marketing is that you have a strategy for each platform, for each channel, which I like to call a distribution channel, because all we're really doing is creating content, right? Right here on Facebook, I have content that I'm providing and delivering to you. And the only thing and Facebook is acting as a distribution to be able to put that information out, okay? So again, those multi-channel marketing. And what I also want to add here is that you don't want to overwhelm yourself. So I'm not saying you need to go today and start being on all of these different platforms, especially if that is not your thing. If you may just be on Facebook and maybe you're not experienced with another platform, or you're not quite sure if your target audience is over there. I'm not saying that you got to go jump out and start using those platforms right away. What I'm telling you here is that this is something that is currently working in the industry right now, this multi-level marketing, right? But multi-channel marketing, but you want to make sure that you create a strategy and a self as to why you're creating on this channel, and then what your goal is your goal to bring from that channel back over to Facebook, or back over to LinkedIn, or back over to YouTube. What is your goal for the channel? And then make sure that whenever you're creating your content, that you use your content for that purpose. Okay, so again, that is multi-channel marketing. Okay, so that's really big. Another thing that we're seeing, not surprised at all, which has kind of just been even killed this year, is marketing automation. Okay, a lot of more people are realizing that marketing automation is where it's at. You have to make sure that you are automating your systems, because it's ease, right? It gives you more time to do other things. You're not having to be bogged down in the details. And an example of that is like retargeting people that visit your website. That's a big thing here. Using the Facebook pixel, if you can retarget people that visit your website or read your blog or visit your shop or things like that, you can easily retarget them with a Facebook ad, for them to purchase something or to get them to actually do something, to watch a video, to join a Facebook group. So retargeting is a big one that people are actually seeing a lot of success with. Another thing that has to do with the whole marketing automation is the whole shopping cart thing. Now, this is going to be huge come Black Friday. I know people are really gearing up for Black Friday. I know I am. I'm getting the savvies ready so that they can sell their products and services for Black Friday as well. And with that, you want to make sure that you have the automation set up for your Black Friday sales. Something perfect for that would be like a cart abandonment. So if somebody comes and they're shopping in your store, maybe they're distracted or something happens, you want to make sure that you're sending an email or some type of alert to let them know, hey, you still have some items in this shopping cart. Just that simple automation alone can increase the sales that you have inside of your shop or on your website. Okay, so that abandonment cart thing is really big. You can do that by having an email go out, depending on your actual email automation software and whatever shopping cart system you're using. You can have an email that goes out within the hour that says, hey, look, you still have some things in this basket. That can definitely help to increase your bottom line doing that. Another way that you can do that we've seen really popular over the last few months is using Facebook ads. So you put a pixel on that page or in that cart, and when they do not buy or do something over a certain period of time, that pixel can then kick off and then show them a Facebook ad right on Facebook. So the next time they log on, they see, oops, looks like you forgot something. They click the link and it would take them directly to their shopping cart. Okay. So these are this and other automation. It's just a lot. I mean, it's been a game changer, I know, for a lot of the business owners that I work with and for my students, being able to just have things set up automated. And so automated marketing is definitely winning. So if you are up like your automated retargeting pixel, or if you are somebody that has a shop or a store and you don't have this abandonment cart thing set up, you are losing out, you are missing out on some money. So make sure that you figure out how to get that done so that you can stop hemorrhaging money. All right. You want to make sure that you are bringing money in and not just letting money sit on the table. All right. So, and automated marketing is a lot of other things too, right? So that can be any type of, like your email marketing is also considered automated marketing. Anything that you can set up that kind of automatically automatically markets or does the things that you need it to do based on triggers. That is what's considered like automated marketing. Okay. Another thing that is really big is AI. So I know we've all heard about AI, right? That's artificial intelligence. That's really big, like with Facebook ads. The algorithm is like AI, a lot of different things and a lot of different systems. And the way that we shop and the way that we live our life right now is really based on an artificial intelligence, which is like a AI, right? But one thing in particular that's really winning in the market and that has done really well, even since the top of the year, it was predicted last year to do really well, is messenger chat bots, right? So being able to automatically send messenger or just have that conversation with people. If they just happen to, be on your website, that little pop-up that comes up so that you can automatically help people with customer service or any other related stuff. It also works really well right here in Facebook. If somebody visits your Facebook business page, having that auto chat or auto bot reply or send that message out is something that's really huge right now. And again, I think that really kind of ties back into the automated marketing, because based on what they choose inside of that bot, right, once that pops up on your Facebook page, they have maybe a couple of different options that could then trigger and take them somewhere else, right? Depending on how you set that thing up. But that's another thing that is really winning and working really well here online. Last but not least, under the online marketing piece is text messaging. Text message marketing is really big in the industry. I haven't really tested it out myself, but I have had the pleasure to help some clients set up their text marketing campaigns, and they work really well. And this is what we found. We found that when using text marketing to remind people of different things like events that are happening, webinars, different things like that, appointments, even one-on-one sessions, people are more inclined to show up because they receive the information right there on their phone. And you get that alert, you get that instant alert on your phone as long as you have that alert there, versus them having to physically check their email in order to then get the confirmation or for them to get the reminder, right? So text messaging is actually working really well. I know not only for my clients, but I hear other people also say how it's really helping them with their show up rate. So for instance, if you're somebody and you're doing a webinar, some kind of event, or even if Hey guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. This is like the second time this happened to me on StreamYard. I don't know, StreamYard, you got to get it together. This is not cool. All right, so I'm back. I'm really sorry about that. But I was talking about text message marketing and how it's really, really great. The only thing that I recommend though is that if you are going to be testing or working with text message marketing, you want to make sure that you are not requiring people to put in their phone number. Let that be an option for people. Don't make it so that it's required. Leave it there. And for the people that really want to add in their phone number, let them do that. And for the people that are not interested, don't force them to do that, because what could happen is you could lose a potential sale or even a lead because people are just not interested in giving you that much information. All right. So just make sure that you are not forcing it on people, but you are allowing it to, you are making it so that it is not a requirement. Okay. So that is what I would have to say about text messaging. Okay. The next thing that we're going to touch on a little bit is email marketing. Email marketing is still very, very relevant. It's still something that you would definitely want to be doing in your business. You want to make sure that you're building your email list. That goes without saying, but there is something that has been happening over the last 6 months or so since everyone has been home, and that's that the percentage of the email open rates have actually decreased. So it's kind of like holding steady between anywhere between 18 to 20. All of the different reports and things that I've read kind of say the same thing, that people are really struggling sometimes to get people to kind of even open up their emails. Now, this could be due to a few different things. Okay, so I'm going to let you know what my thoughts are on these. Some of these things I did see in the things that I researched, but I also want to share with you based on my experience and my takeaway of this. So for email marketing, when it comes to open rates, you have to make sure that you factor in the email automation software that you're using. I didn't really even think that that would be a factor, but it is, okay? For example, I use both Kajabi and ConvertKit when I'm sending out my emails. When I send out my emails via ConvertKit, my open rate is a lot higher. You know, people tend to open my emails. I've noticed since I switched over about maybe 2 months now of using Kajabi sometimes with my emails, that open rate has decreased. And sometimes people are telling me that they're finding my emails in spam and in other folders and things like that. The reason with that is because Kajabi hasn't really set up a way for us to send emails directly from our host, like Lakeisha Sarba at lakeishasarba.com. I believe the emails go out like with a Kajabi something on there, and with so many people on their platform, I'm thinking that that could be a reason as to why that's happening, because so many people are sending email, and so sometimes that is kind of being recognized as spam. Okay. So if you are interested in switching over to a new email automation software system, I say make sure that you give it a test and make sure that you watch your open rates. It's important for you to know what your open rates are on your current email automation software before you go and switch to another one, so that you can kind of average those out to say, okay, I'm going to send emails for 30 days on this software, send emails for 30 days on, on this software, to see which one is going to have the best open rate. Because I found that could possibly be the issue based on the email automation software that you use, okay? Another thing, of course, that's factoring into this is that so many people are home. So many people are opting into things, and they're getting so much more email than they have ever gotten before. So people are pretty much overwhelmed when it comes to the email. So not all the emails are being opened, right? But there is a way that you could definitely fix that. So if you're someone and you're like, I've been trying this email thing, people are not opening up my emails, don't give up, right? You want to still send those emails. However, you want to make sure that you're checking within your email automation software to see which of those emails are like bounced emails. You don't want to keep sending emails to somewhere that's bouncing. My email, I believe with Kajabi and ConvertKit, they automatically take those emails off my list, or at least I'm not able to send to those because they've bounced, right? Check with your email automation software to make sure that that happens, so that you're just not sending them to bounced emails, right? Another thing is that you want to check for any people that are not opening up your emails, right? So if you have like, I do this thing every 30 days and I check to see who didn't open my email for the last 30 to 60 days. The people that haven't opened up my emails for the last 30 to 60 days, if you haven't opened up one email in 30 or 60 days, then I'm taking you off my list. Because what happens is if you continue to send emails to those people that are not opening, what that email platform, so if you're using like Google or Yahoo or whatever, what you're telling that platform is that email is not important to whoever you're sending it to. So it must be spam, or it must not be relevant. So eventually it's going to end up going somewhere, or it may already be in spam where they can't see it, and that's why they're not opening it, right? And so when you do that, if you continue to send emails to people that are not opening it up, or if you're sending it to bounced emails or whatever, what happens is you can get blacklisted within these email automation softwares, or within Google or Outlook or these other places. They'll just automatically tag you as spam or something like that. So you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're consistently cleaning your list every 60 to 30 days, or maybe 90 days, however it is that you want to do it for your business, and make sure that you check to see who are these people haven't opened my emails. You can send them one last email and say, hey, look, I see that you haven't opened one email in the last 60, 90 days, 30 days. Let me know if you're still interested in receiving my emails. If not, this will be the last one that you get. If you don't open and reply, or you open and say, yes, I want this or something, then I'm going to take you off my list. It's better to do that than to have a big list of people that are not interested in what you're selling anyway, right? If they're not opening your emails, they ain't gonna open them. Ain't nothing you can send them that's gonna make them open them. So just get them off your list, so that does not jeopardize you going into spam or you being labeled as spam or whatever by these systems. Okay. Because remember, a lot of this that's happening is by this AI. This is not people that's kind of saying, okay, well, maybe this happened, right? These are systems that are making these decisions. So you have to make sure that you're covering yourself. Okay. And here are some other things that you can do if your email open rate is low, right? And you figure like, I've been sending my emails and these people normally open, but they haven't been opening my emails. This is something else that you can do, okay? In conjunction with this, you want to continue to still send your emails, right? As long as it's not the people that just haven't opened in 60 to 90 days. We just gonna get them off our list, right? But if it's like, a couple of emails you sent out this month and maybe people haven't, looked at it or opened it, then what you can try is you can try posting that email on your business page, right? If there's somebody, and 9 times out of 10, if they're subscribed to your email list, they may already like your Facebook page. And if that's the case, then you can post whatever email that you sent out on your Facebook business page. Another thing that you can do is you can, and this is probably the only time that you'll ever hear me say boost a post. For those of you that follow me, for those of you in my community, you know that I am not with the boost. I am with the go into the manager and build your damn ad. But for this instance, right, because you want to get more eyes on this email, you can copy and paste the email to your actual Facebook post. And then what you do is you send an actual ad out, or you boost the post to your email list, to those people that you want to see the actual email, right? So you're putting the email in an ad and you're uploading the email list as a custom audience. And then you're running an ad just to that list. Okay. Just to them, not to everybody else, but just to the people that you want to see it. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. If these people are in your Facebook group, you can also post that email directly into your Facebook group as well. You can send a text message to let people know, hey, I just sent you this email. You probably want to open it up, right? So that's where text message marketing comes in pretty handy. Someone that does this really well, and I recognize this, was April Franks. For those of you that may know her, she recently she was doing something and she sent like a whole story, right? And it was like 3 or 4 days worth of different emails, but she needed to open it every day. And so she sent a text message every day for those people that she had the number to say, hey, you got an email from me. You probably want to check it out. That's a great way to get more people to open up your email as well. Okay. There's also something that's called Telegram. A lot of you probably heard of that. If you're doing this whole new family money lending thing, the whole new, I don't want to call it a pyramid scheme, but the family money share thing, right? And so Telegram, I know that because my family members have me in that. But the Telegram is another way that I also see some entrepreneurs or business owners, well, not really, influencers, using Telegram in order to send messages to their people. So they would actually have to opt in or join your actual Telegram, and then you would just be able to post different pictures, or you could actually just record a message or something like that to them. And that's another way for them to be able to get the message. Okay. So those are some ways that if you needed some help boosting or increasing your email open rate, you definitely want to think about those things. Okay. All right. So let's moving on to Facebook. So Facebook has a lot going on this month, guys. Oh my God. We're going to be on Facebook for a minute. The very first thing that I am super excited about is that they've lifted the restrictions for the text over the image when it comes to the ad. So for those of you that have run ads before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever you try to upload your image, they kept saying it's too much text, it's too much text, 20% text, 80% image, right? I think we've all got that before. Well, Facebook has lifted the restrictions and they're saying that you can put text on there, but they're still cautioning that what they see from their experience is that 20% text works best when it comes to running ads on Facebook, right? And so I've had a few people ask me, oh, that's great. I'm so excited. I'm going to be able to put it. What is my take on that? My take on that is that Facebook is like, yeah, okay, go ahead. You can put text on there. But my algorithm right? It's still going to say, right, if this is not something that people are engaging with or whatever, then they're not that many people are going to see your ad, right? Or people are not going to, maybe people will see it, but they won't be so interested in it. I say I'm staying with the 20%, right? I may, you know, what it does is it gives you like the option to maybe make it so that your text doesn't have to just be in a corner. You may be able to kind of make your graphics in such a different way. So I may test that out, but I'm not getting ready to go put a whole bunch of text over an image all and run Facebook ads. I'm just not getting ready to do that. Right. I'm going to stick with the, you know, the 20%. I may go a little bit over, but I'm not about to go crazy over it. So that's just my take on it. But they did lift the restrictions. So for all of you that are interested in having y'all text all over the image, y'all just go on ahead for it. You got the green light to do that. Okay. All right. And so next up is a video playlist and series that is currently on the Facebook business page. I, for one, am so excited about this. I actually started a playlist on my 5-day Facebook group challenge that I'm hosting this week. We got started today and we go all the way through Friday. And so what I've done on my business page is I've created a playlist for it already from the very first video. And so every day that I go live, and after I go live, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add that video to my playlist. What does that do? It makes it easier for people to be able to see, you know, like what it is that I have going on. So the playlist, I've labeled it the 5-day Facebook groups challenge. So for anybody that's interested in learning more about building out their Facebook groups, they can just sit and watch every single video. Now, mind you, I planned that beforehand because I knew that I wanted to add it either as a playlist or a series on my business page. So now what I did, though, going forward with my challenge, sometimes I would stay longer. I would answer questions live. I would do some of those things, which would kind of drag out my challenge, like the videos out to like 40 minutes, 45, 50 minutes. So instead of doing that, the format that I'm using for this challenge this week is where I'm not really doing all of that. I'm saving the Facebook group for the Q&A where I'll answer questions and do some things in there. But when I'm live for the actual challenge and delivering the content, I'm keeping the video to 30 to 35 minutes and that's it. I don't want people to have to watch long videos. I want somebody to be able to come in, watch the video, and then get to the next one, especially because it's in like that, like a playlist or a series type format. Okay. But the reason that I bring this up, and you can find this in Creator Studio, by the way, over on your Facebook business page. But the reason that I bring this up, this isn't new. This is something, this has been launched since Facebook launched the Creator Studio. The reason that I'm mentioning it is because Facebook has been taking its time to do a lot of very specific and targeted marketing when it comes to video on the platform, specifically the playlist and the series. Like they're very, very serious about getting more of us to use the feature because they feel like that is what's like content is the future. Video content for Facebook is kind of not even the future, it's here, right? In the right now, right? And so they want more people developing and creating content in the video type format in such a way that you're telling a story or that you have different episodes or a show or something like that. This I can know will work perfect for like a vlog series, some type of like a podcast that you can view somebody like a vlog, right? That series piece would go perfect for it. And with the series piece, you can even create little commercials and snippets of the video and do all kind of like little fancy stuff with it. I mean, it's really a lot. Like I went in and I played with it and I'm really excited to be able to do more inside of there with the video on my Facebook business page. So make sure that you check it out because again, whenever Facebook spends the time to educate on specific tools and different things like that, that means that they really want us doing those things. And if you are a video creator like me, then you want to make sure that you are what we call a first adopter, right? You want to be one of those first people because Facebook does this thing where it will reward people that are using its new tools and things like that. So that next time when a new tool or something comes out, you're likely to get rewarded or to be in that group of people when they roll out some new software or something like that. Okay. So make sure that you definitely go and check it out. If you head over to my Facebook business page, it's Lakeisha Sarba Biz right here on Facebook. You'll see that there's a new playlist there, and it's for my 5-day Facebook group challenge. We are only on day 1, but it'll be filled by Friday. So if you want to come back and just watch them all at one time, then they will be there and up for you on Friday. Okay, so that is for the video and playlist series. And then we have Facebook groups. Oh, okay. So Facebook groups, I am like so excited for everything that Facebook is doing for Facebook groups. And this is why. Facebook is literally giving us the opportunity to create some amazing, amazing communities, and we don't even have to pay for it. Right? Let's hope that it stays like that, because all the different tools and things that they are adding into groups right now, it's something that you would literally pay for. It's almost like a meetup type thing, right? Without really having to physically go out and meet the people, right, in person. But it's a lot of great stuff. So let's go ahead and let's move on with it. Before I share with you the new features that are coming for Facebook groups, let me tell you about the amount of people that are currently using Facebook groups. This blew me away when I read it. So it's 1.8 billion with a B people are currently active in Facebook groups every month. Did you get that? 1.8 billion people with a B are in the US. Is it in the US? Yes. Oh, no, that says are using. I can't read my handwriting. So it's 1.8 billion people are using Facebook groups every month, okay? And out of that number, 70 million of those people are Facebook group admins. Isn't that amazing? So 70 billion people are admin of Facebook groups. And that's really cool. Okay. So that just goes to show you that Facebook groups is an amazing thing. If you are somebody and you have a Facebook group, and if it's not working for you right now, or if you want to create a Facebook group or you've been thinking about it, make sure that you join my challenge. It's going on right now. It's free to join. The only thing you got to do is show up here, wherever you're watching me from, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the rest of the week. Monday, we did it today, but tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll be back all the way through Friday, each day, sharing a training with you, very short 20 to 30 minute training on what you need to do to build or create or maybe even tweak or change your current Facebook group that you have so that you can get more engagement, so that you can get more of the right people inside of your group, and so that you can even monetize your Facebook group in the process, okay? All right, so let's talk about the Facebook group features that are coming. So these group features are not out yet. They will be out, and they are doing a slow roll. So don't be surprised if you're a Facebook admin and you start seeing these features any day now. Okay, so the very first thing that they're working on is admin assist. Now, I am so excited about that, and it is fancy as it sounds, admin assist. Now, it's a new way. That you're going to be able to process and set up like an automation, almost like it's kind of like an automated thing where you're going to be able to set up rules for based on how people are posting inside of your group. So for example, the people that come in and even though they read the rules, I get this a lot, even though they read the rules and they know they are not supposed to share promotional posts. But you know what? Maybe people don't really understand what a promotional post is. Maybe people just are not really clear on what that is. So maybe we can give them some leeway there. But even though you say no promotional posts in the group, in this community, they still share promotional posts, right? And so now what you can do is you can limit the amount of people that are doing that in your group by setting this on automation, and it can trigger based on a specific keyword, or if somebody adds a link that would then take them outside of Facebook, or even based on the person by how long they've been inside of your group, okay? So for instance, if somebody posts something in your group where it says join or buy or any of those type of keywords, then the system would automatically decline that post. It would not go through. If anybody posted something and trying to share a link, that would not go through, because based on the rules that you set, it is not going to go through. And if it's anybody, say you have some new people joining and maybe you set a rule that says people cannot share any type of post. They can interact on posts, but they can't share any new posts for the first 30 days that they're a member. You can set that up in your Facebook group as well. And that way the system will automatically decline. I think it's going to probably like put those posts somewhere. Maybe you can get a second to go back through and see if you can approve them, is what I'm guessing. Now, it didn't really say that. But I'm thinking that it may work something like that. But I think that that's going to be really cool for Facebook and help you to be able to save time and all of that stuff there. Okay, so it's going to be rolling out in the next coming months. And it's only going to be available at first on desktop, so you will not be able to have this on mobile. Okay, the next thing is group topics. Now, this one is a really, really cute one. Like, I'm really excited about this one. So what it is, it's like pinnable post that you can pin to the top of your group. Now, how this works is that group members will be able to use hashtags about a specific thing. And then you, as the group admin, will be able to choose which of those topics that you want to pin at the top of your group. And then that way people can then continue to discuss under that topic. Right? So I think that is really cool as well. So that is for group topics. Another thing that I'm excited about is chat conversation starters and interviews. So Facebook has come up with a new way for us to be able to engage within our groups. And it's almost, from what I understand, is going to be like a Facebook group chat within the Facebook group. So you're going to have like a small amount of people if you want to do like a small conversation. So for instance, if somebody has a question that they ask, then somebody can jump in that conversation to kind of, it becomes a group chat, and then maybe somebody else can come in. And then it's like just those people are in there kind of chatting and providing that information or going back and forth in regards to whatever that is. So it kind of turns itself into some type of little group chat. Okay. Another thing is that Facebook is going to add like conversation starters. And so people are going to be able to do like simple conversation starters to start different conversations inside of your group. And then there's also going to be other type of little prompts for like Q&A, for interviews and different things like that. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how all of that works. I don't have access to that stuff right now, but I do hope to get access soon so that I can definitely check it out to see how all of that works. Okay. Another thing that another reason why you want to jump in on Facebook groups right now, right? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. You want to jump into Facebook groups now is because Facebook is working on expanding the discovery of your Facebook group. Isn't that amazing? Right? So now they're going to make it easier for people to be able to find your Facebook group, or, different ways for people to be able to discover it. Okay. And so another thing that I think is pretty amazing is that Facebook is going to work on a way to kind of like showcase our Facebook groups. And it's also going to be grouped based on like the engagement and different things like that. Another thing that they've added, and this is specifically for public groups, guys. So if you have a private group, none of this is going to really pertain to your private group. This is for public searchable groups. Okay. Another thing is that your site may be able to be reached even outside of the Facebook app. So based on the search keywords that somebody's using, your group could very well come up in like the Facebook search engines or some other things like that. I know for a fact, when I was doing some searching back here not too long ago, I was working on keywords for my website and some other stuff. I think that my Facebook group did come up inside of the search engine. So I'm really excited about that, right? So they are going to be working on different ways and easier ways and better ways. They're going to be expanding the whole discovery piece. So now people will be able to discover your Facebook group even more and better. Okay, so that is it for that expansion piece. And the very next thing that we have for Facebook groups is that Facebook is creating new Facebook group options. They say that they're doing this based on what they see, like the behavior that they're seeing happening in some of the groups. A great example that they gave is like a lot of people are in like creating creative groups. So for instance, if you are a photographer and you just share images, some people just share an image and then reply with an image, right? There's like really little text inside of some of these creative groups. And so Facebook are actually tailored to that type of behavior. So based on the behavior Facebook is seeing in some of these Facebook groups, they are then going to continue to do or create new type of group types for these different behaviors. Okay, so that is really cool and neat within itself. Let's see. Oh, another thing, right? So I think that's it for the Facebook groups, but wasn't that a lot? Do you see why I wanted to come live and do this outside of my membership? Because I thought that this was some great information, especially because I'm hosting the 5-day challenge for the groups. This was some really good information to share with those people that are actually joining the challenge. Okay. So let's see, another thing on Facebook. Facebook also launches a better way for you to be able to connect to payment systems. Now, I know I mentioned this for my savvies. We spoke about this last month in our marketing town hall about Facebook coming up with a better way for e-commerce, because Facebook is really trying to shift into like e-commerce and for us to be able to sell online. As I know that you probably remember, Facebook now has like a shop that you can have on your business page. The last time I checked, you had to sell physical products though, that you were literally going to be sending people versus virtual. Like digital courses and stuff. I don't think that they were adding those yet. If they did add those and I missed that, please feel free to put that below. The people know about that, even including myself. I'd love to know more about that. But Facebook has launched that in its account. They have an account center that's better for you to be able to connect data and payment systems. So for those of you that do, if you are using that e-commerce type shop function, now Facebook does have that open and available to you. Okay. Another thing that I'm doing a follow-up from last month for my savvies, you probably remember that I told you that we can now do events and we can charge for them. Rather, if it's virtual or in-person events, if you wanted to charge for an event right there on Facebook, you could do that. And Facebook was not even charging us a dime. Like we could do, I think it's like for the rest of the year, you can have paid event, like a paid event option for people to be able to purchase your event, but Facebook wasn't taking any of the money. They were sending you everything. Well, but if people purchased, remember last month I said, if people purchased from an Apple device, rather that be like an iPad, well, I think it was an Apple mobile device. So an iPad or a tablet, if they purchase from one of those using an Apple phone or device, Apple was taking 30% of the funds. Isn't that something? Even though Facebook didn't take any money, Facebook said small businesses have already been hard throughout this coronavirus pandemic. I'm not taking any money. You guys go ahead, charge for your events, even if it's, not in person. Hold your virtual event and charge for it. And we don't want any money for the rest of the year. You get all the money. But Apple said, we want 30% if the people that sign up for your event is using an Apple device. Well, Apple and Facebook, shared some words. Well, they didn't really share some words. Facebook shared about what Apple is doing because it's really hurting a lot of the app developers. And Apple said, you shouldn't be sharing that information. Well, anyway, Apple has decided to temporarily waive the 30% fee on the funds raised through Facebook's new pay events option. So now if you want to use that option, you don't have to worry about if people have Apple devices or not. Apple says, okay, you guys, we're not going to take the 30%. We're waiving that temporarily right now. Now, we don't know how this is going to work out in the future, but at least right now they decided to do that. So if you do run events, all of the money should be coming directly to you, and none of your money is going to Apple. All right. So that was it. Let me check to make sure that I covered every single thing. Oh, another thing, I don't know how many of you use Twitter. I use Twitter only to keep, when I use Twitter when a system goes down. Does anybody else do that? Like if I'm using something like Kajabi went down last week or something, and I was like, are they really down? So I went to Twitter to check to see if they were down, right? So when Canva went down, I went to Twitter to see what was going on. I even had, I even tweeted Canva and say, hey, I think something's up with the system. Whenever something goes down, even anything here at home, if the internet is going crazy, I'm always checking Twitter, because Twitter be knowing. The people on Twitter be up to what's going on. So that's really the only time that I use Twitter. But Twitter has expanded access to their voice tweets, right? So now you can tweet using your voice on Twitter. And Twitter reaffirms plans for auto caption for voice messages. So they're going to be kind of, I guess, looking into doing some type of auto caption. But right now, it looks like they've expanded the voice tweet. So if you want to tweet in your voice on Twitter, then you can definitely give that a try if that is your platform of choice. Okay. And I think that is it. Let me go back through and make sure that I have provided all of the things that I think. There's a lot going on, but I just really wanted to just bring you all the things that I knew would help you in your business and where you are in your business right now. Okay, so I'm super excited about all the amazing things. What do you think? I'd love to hear your feedback based on today's town hall. Again, these are town halls that we have inside of my Savvy Simple Marketing membership. This is something that the ladies are they're excited to just be able to get these updates every month. But I said, let me open it up this month because we had so many things going on regarding the Facebook group aspect that I thought that it would be great for everybody to learn more about what's really happening with Facebook groups and why you should get in now and start doing your group. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on any of this? Let me know. Oh, Rosalind says rooms versus groups. Very, very great question. So rooms is more of an intimate type setting, right, inside of your Facebook group where you can actually just have people come, or you can invite them into this little area. And it's almost like Zoom, really, right? People can turn their cameras on or off, and you're kind of more like in this little area. You can not only just share your video, your face to video, but you can also share your screen inside of that room. I like to do like little pop-up little trainings or little pop-up like meetups or little wind downs and things like that inside of my group because it just kind of makes it fun and spontaneous. But again, it's a great way to be able to go in and just connect with your community, because that's really what it's all about when you think about it. At the end of the day, social media is all about connecting, right? And connection, and just having that rooms is really good just to be able to connect with your people, Rosalind. Whereas your group is just this big, large space. You can have over 60, 10,000, 20,000 or whatever, 5,000 people in your group. But inside of that room, it's really intimate because you get about only 50 people in there. So it's really fun. If you haven't tried it, please make sure that you go through and you try it because it's a lot of fun. I really do like it. So Alma says, this is off topic, but do you have a Canva course for beginners for sale? Not the one on sale right now. Those are who have never used it. Thanks. I do have a beginner's Canva course. Yes, Alma, and I can get that over to you. Let's see. Any other questions? I think I need to get active with my groups. Yeah, you do. Groups, Facebook groups is a great way to grow your business. It's a really great way for you to be able to have all of the people that you want to serve right there in one place. You can deliver content there. And just really provide value. It's a really great place for community and connecting with people, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about, is connecting. Do I find this within settings on my business page? Do you find what? What are you talking about? Let me go back to my list of things. Are you talking about, tell me what you're talking, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the Creator Studio is probably what you're talking about, Jackie. Yes, that's inside of the settings on your business page. That is correct. Recording in Facebook rooms? No, you don't have the ability to do any type of recording inside of the Facebook rooms, T. That is what's even better about it. I like that you can't record. That means people have to show up live in order to get the content. And then once you close the group down, it's gone, right? So that gives them an opportunity to come in to get the good content, or just come in and connect with you without having to worry about any type of recording. what are some ways you spark more engagement in your Facebook groups? That's a great question, Amy. There's a lot of different ways that you can spark more engagement. I would say really just figure out what your audience wants. Like, what is it that they really like more of? What you may be right now is in a testing phase to see what more is it that your audience wants, right? My group, my people, they love challenges. They want to do a challenge, honey, every week or so. People in my groups love challenges. They love to see how-to things. They like for me to show them how to do things. They love engagement. They like for me just to show up and go live and do some type of teaching like this. You have to know the pulse of what your audience wants. And so that really is based off of you trying different things until you can find whatever that sweet spot is so that you can get that engagement. Another way that you can really garner engagement is through the community, right? The people that are in there, allow people to post, allow people to share different things inside of your group, and then make sure that you're connecting and you're communicating and you're engaging. I think that that's the most important thing is we can't expect engagement if we're not showing up and we're not engaging with the people, right? So I would say definitely make sure that you're showing up, you're engaging. When someone does post in your group, show them love, show, comment on it, like it, do all the things. And another thing, ask your group, what is it that they want more of? Like, what would they like to see more in your group? Typically, people are more engaged when they're receiving the things that they want, right? When you're showing up and you're providing things that people are really interested in, then they are going to engage more. Okay. Another trick, Amy, is to add more people, new people to your group. Whenever you add new people to your group, those people are more active. They're excited to be there. And then what happens, it draws some of the older people that was sitting back, like, what they're doing? Who this new person? What they're talking about, right? And so that kind of draws those people back out into the open. So don't be afraid to be adding some new people into your group. Also, don't be afraid to ask people what they want to see more of, and don't be afraid to test different things. I hope that helps. Facebook payment platform. Well, no, the Facebook payment is really for Facebook shops, Jackie. I don't think that would really pertain to your business. Tasha, I would like the information about the Canva beginner course as well. Okay, no problem. I will make sure that I'll reach out to you, Tasha, as soon as this live stream is done, and I'll send you the link directly. Make sure that you check your other folder, right? Facebook has 2 folders. There's one for people that you connect with every day, and then there's one for people that you may not know. So if you don't in 30 minutes, then make sure that you check that other folder. Okay. What is the benefit of private or Facebook group? That's a great question. I say it's just really your preference, right? If you have a group that's private, that means that it's not searchable. People are not going to be able to find your group. It just depends. If you're somebody and you have a Facebook group and maybe it's kind of sensitive and you don't want people to kind of, know that the group is available, you only the people that, know about the group can have access to it or something like that. All of my groups are public, right? They're public, meaning that they're searchable. People can find my groups if they search them, but they can't see who's in the group. They can't see the content that's in the group. So it does still add a bit of privacy to the group as well. Okay. So again, it just really depends on your preference and probably how you're actually going to be using your group. If you want people to join your group and to find out about your group, then you don't want it to be private. You want a public group. We sure do love a challenge. Y'all sure do. Too funny. Your audience definitely loves challenges. They do. You know why? Because my audience likes to get things done. Like, they like to do things, and they love to be able to do hands-on stuff. So whenever I do a challenge, it's something that people can learn, and then they can go back and they can take action on immediately, right? And so my audience loves that. They love to be able to learn something new so that they can then go back and return and do what it is that they learned. Okay, I want to grow my group. I want to learn challenges. It was in the Facebook invite of new things coming, but I was left with questions. So thank you for this. Oh, you're welcome. Definitely. You're welcome, Tasha. Of course. All right. So if we don't have any other questions, thank you so much for joining us for our marketing town hall this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. This will be the last one that we let you in on, right? So if you want to learn more about our marketing town halls and all the fun, amazing things that we're doing inside of the Savvy Simple Marketing Society, you're going to have to join. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. You have a great evening. Let's see one more question. What about invite via a member via a private group? What about it? What about invite a member via a private group? I don't understand what your question is. What about invite a member? It's entirely up to you. What, you know, like you're asking me if you can, if a member can invite a member to a private group. I don't know. I don't have private groups, but I'm assuming not, because it's private. Whenever you list your Facebook group as private, nobody can find it. Only you. Even the members of your group can't find it because you listed it as private. I did that by mistake one time because I was confused. I thought, yeah, I want my group to be private, meaning I don't want people to see who's in my group and to see the content that's in the group. But nobody could find the damn group. I was like, what's going on? I hit the wrong thing. So it's not private. You want to have a public group, but you want the members and the content of the group to be private. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The society is everything. The society is everything. The society is everything. I love my ladies. Yes, you can. I have a private group for 4 years. Okay, so yes, you can. I've had a private group for 4 years. Okay, so Joanna says yes, you can. So whatever your question was to what about an invite from a member via a private group, then yeah, Joan says you can. So yes, you can. I don't know. I don't have private groups, but I trust what Joan says. Joan says she's been doing it for 4 years. Oh, so nope, a member can't invite. So we have conflicting information. Joan says yes, and Tasha says no. So I don't know, but there you have it. Thanks for joining me or joining us, right? Me and my society sisters, my Savvy Simple Marketing sisters, for our marketing town hall. All right, you ladies and gentlemen, have a great evening. Ciao for now.